Oh yeah, I'll let you know. Uh-huh.
Hello.
Midlothian, Illinois. Our friend Stephan, literally a week ago, he wants $150,000 and says, "Goodbye, butthead," to Danny. And
Okay.
how did this conversation strike back up? I assume he didn't know that you're with Danny and got back in touch. I don't know. How did that start again?
I just sent him a text message.
So we hung up. He called me a butthead. He wants 150 grand, and you texted him.
Yes.
Okay.
I texted him, and then he said he went home and he watched the cameras and he watched me. He wanted to make sure, I guess we weren't trying to, I don't know, it wasn't a scam. And then he said,
trying to give him rent for 15 years is a scam.
I didn't talk about the rent part. I texted him about it, but I didn't go into details of how many years. But then he said, okay, let's talk. Then he wanted to talk to me, just me, and I told him no, and then we came to an agreement.
So this is the problem that we get into. When I send my instructional email, I don't harp on any one thing. There's too much instruction there. But I do say certain things only once. Don't speak to the landlord. Don't talk to the landlord. He doesn't like me. He doesn't want to deal with me. I'm a man. You're a woman. Believe it or not, that's something that is eternally different in us and also comes into negotiation, right? Not going to get into whether the guy's Middle Eastern or whether the way he was brought up, etc. But I want to go forward now, not back. When you have a conversation with him, why is it bad to talk to this guy? Do you know? For you?
For me, because he's going to use all my words against me.
Not necessarily. You see, I don't expect you to get it or understand it, but there's a lot of desperation in you reaching out and saying, hey, I've got this lease negotiator, but I'm going to reach out anyway. But here's the bigger issue. Why is it bad? Because now he has an impression of you. You're the guarantor. You're the one going to be signing the lease. And trust me, he's wondering, why was she incapable of negotiating on her own? Why can't she just tell me what she wants to do on that call? If you come off like a pro, which you have to, and you say, look, I've got a team of people, and one of them is Danny, my lease negotiator, he's the one that's going to talk to you. That works. But he has an impression of you. All I've said so far, thus far, I've said, don't talk to the landlord. But you're texting him. We're going to go from $150,000 to a lease. Are you sure he gets it?
He said he did.
You texted him, hi, Stephan, this is Jessica. I had my business partner call you because I told him that your laundromat has great potential. I heard it did not go well. Of course, we both know you were listening on the call. What we do is remodel the location and lease it from you, providing you a rent check. I told him that.
Right.
He's a bit aggressive. Sure, I am. Now you're apologizing for me and playing good cop, bad cop. That's fine. But a great business owner, he runs over 100 laundromat. Very smart man. Not true. Never lie in business.
I thought you did.
Don't ever lie in business.
I thought you ran over 100 laundromats before in the past.
I have students all over. You know what? You really want to shine my shoes? You really want to toot my horn?
Sure.
Danny has thousands of successful students all over the world in 28 countries. Well, he's not going to get that. It's going to go off the rails. But now you've put something in writing and said something untrue. Never lie in business if you take anything away from this conversation. Personally, I don't think this guy's ready to lease the space. Now I see another back and forth text message from you. I'm not interested for rent, but I want to sell building and business. Talk to him about that. Called me a butthead. That's okay. Didn't call me a cocksucker. So it's your understanding that now our friend Stephan is ready to make a deal happen.
Yes.
And he owns, runs, and operates the laundromat and owns the building, correct?
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry, you were saying.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not at all. I have a 708 number. He's aware that we're going to try to reach him?
Yes.
Okay. Listen to the nuances. I'm going to be really nice. I'm going to forget all about the butthead comment. My goal is to get this man to lease you this space. We don't even know what his rate of rent will be. Stand by.
He was talking about selling me the business, and then I told him not interested, but that we needed to talk to you. And then he said that if I wasn't interested in the business, then I needed to get my own stuff. And I was like, okay, that's not a problem.
That you needed to get your own what?
My own machines.
Yeah, of course. Now he wants to pull the equipment out and sell it. You understand?
Right.
I've been doing this a long time, Jessica. This call is not going to go well. This guy doesn't want to give this place up for a lease. I'm going to do my best. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Stand by.
Hello?
Stephan, Danny D'Angelo, the laundry guy. How you doing?
Hello?
Hi there.
Yes.
Danny D'Angelo, the laundromat guy.
Yes, sir.
So to reiterate, and you've been texting my partner, Jessica, if I'm right.
Will you say one more time?
Is it Stephen or Stephan?
Stephan.
Stephan, okay.
What is your
Midlothian,
name?
Danny.
Daddy, let me call you in 5 minutes because I'm outside. Now I cannot hear you. I'm going inside, okay? I'll call you for 5 minutes.
Let's stay on the phone. I'll hold on.
Okay. Stay on the phone. 1 second.
All right.
Okay, Danny.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hi there.
Yes.
So your laundromat in Midlothian, you own that building, correct?
I own the building, I own the business, I own everything.
Okay, and you're operating the laundromat as well. So you are the guy. I'm not going to ask a lot of questions, Stephan, about the laundromat itself. I've been doing laundromats for 15 years. It is my goal to make this place a success. And it's also my goal to discuss lease terms with you and get you back to landlording. I want to hand you a rent check. My partner and I, Jessica, whom you've spoken with and texted with, we want to get back to a landlord business operator relationship. I can't speak to your sale of the business. God bless you. Sell the business. I own commercial property as well. If I'm looking at buying this building, it's a beautiful building in Illinois, great. I want good, successful tenants in those slots, whether it's a nail salon or a national chain, that would be lovely, or a laundromat. So imagine, Stephan, selling this business a year or two from now with a beautiful, bright, shiny laundromat with brand new equipment, but more importantly, a bustling business with people coming and going, a drop-off service that's running and operating. That's our goal, obviously. No offense, not the way the place is now. But I want to be crystal clear. As we talked last week, and I told you, not looking to buy the place. I'm not looking to give you key fees or purchase it. I want to talk lease terms, if that makes sense to you. And frankly, help you sell the business. Pardon me, help you sell the building.
Okay, now, are you done?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now, Mr. Dunn, I'm trying to sell the business now because I'm 63 years old and almost I'm going to retire.
Okay.
And I own a restaurant too, small restaurant, and I get tired now.
Sure.
Because I have the laundry for 6 years now. The laundry business is not bad, it's good. Everything is good. But I'm tired. And most I want to sell business and the building. But you have to tell me, you said you have to list. How much will be the rent, you think?
Sure. I'm glad we're talking and we understand each other. We've put the sale price of the laundromat itself behind us. Now, let's talk about your question.
Yes.
I'm not trying to play a game with you, my friend. I don't know, Stephan, if you own the building. I don't know if you have a hefty mortgage on the building. That's your business. I'm not asking.
I don't have, let me tell you something. I don't have mortgage. I don't have that. I think I have nothing. I don't own money on that kind.
God bless you.
Business and on that kind of building. But the
Okay.
problem is now,
Like I said,
it's better. Yes.
Like I said, I wasn't asking, but I appreciate the information. You own the building outright. I'm not going to repeat myself. I have to ask you what your rate of rent is. Look, you're operating this place. You're running the laundromat. You know what you're earning, and I'm not interested in that because I look at this store and I have been inside this laundry. We've scouted it several times. You didn't see us there. I think you looked at your cameras and you said you saw Jessica in the store. Great.
Yes.
You mentioned to her this some kind of scam. No, I'm not calling it a scam. I have better things to do. We want to sign a lease with you that is commensurate and reasonable for a laundromat space and give you a rent check for 15 years. That total amount, Stephan, that total amount could be $300,000, but it's going to come in drips and drabs in the form of rent checks over the next 15 years. But I must ask again, what is that reasonable rate? What do you want to collect? What's the square footage of the building? How big is it? The laundromat space only.
It's 1,400.
Very, very small space. 1,400 square feet. Okay. But for a laundromat, I prefer 2,000 square feet and larger. I can survive with this footprint. You can't build a McDonald's in a walk-in closet, Stephan. We both understand that. I can survive in Midlothian, Illinois with 1,400 square feet, but it's difficult. So that changes things. I can survive. How many washers do you have now? How many washers are plugged in?
Right now, I have all the machines, washer and dryers is 51. And just washer, I have, let me see, just washer, it's 5, 11, what's that? 5, 11, 15, 21. It's 30 washer and 21 dryer.
Are you standing in the store right now?
No, I'm not in the store right now.
Okay,
I'm home right
just
now.
going over it in your head. And don't forget, I want to skip ahead a little bit, Stephan. At the end of the day, what I'm also offering on top of that, you said it yourself, you're tired. What I'm offering on top of that, walk away, collect a rent check. Maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 years, you decide, you know what? Being a landlord here is better. I'm going to collect that rent. Sell your restaurant. But I have to ask again, 1,400 square feet. What is your asking rate on 15 years? What do you need to collect in that spot?
Okay, let me tell you something now. Tell me now, because I don't know, I never read something on my life, but tell me now how much will be the rent check?
This is so we're dancing in circles. It's your building. I just want to speak facts. You have a 1,400 square foot facility that I'm interested and intrigued in leasing. Can I ask you something? Why am I interested in this space, Stephan? Let's see if you know.
Well, I don't know why you're interested. Maybe Jessica wants to work there.
Say that again?
Maybe Jessica wants to run there.
Yeah, Jessica, of course. I'm her lease negotiator. Yes, Jessica wants to run it. But the question is why? Why am I calling you? Why am I intrigued by this space? All it's taken me so far is 20 minutes of my time, okay? Why do I want this space?
Well, I don't know why you want that space. Maybe you like that space.
Fair enough. Your answer is simple. I don't know, Danny. Let me tell you. The infrastructure, Stephan. I'm interested in gas, water, and electric. And it exists here. It's already in the spot. There, my card's on the table, my friend. It's not that 30,000 cars or whatever the demographics research says drive by every day.
There.
It's not that I like the bill. This is important stuff, but we can rush through it.
Yeah.
What's your asking rate of rent, my friend?
Okay, let me tell you something now. Right now, I pay the property tax. It's almost it's almost 12,000 per year.
Sure, $1,000 a month. That's for the whole building, though. That we have to prorate that for just the 1,400 square feet.
Yes, it's the property tax. The property tax is almost 1,000 per month. Now, 1,000 per month. I don't want any money for myself, you think? That means the rent will be 2,000 for sure. 2,000 per month.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. And my question now is the other one. You are going to run the store with my machine there, or you are going to buy the business?
Not looking to offend. The equipment that's in there is junk. There's a fiscal life for long. Again, I'm going to go into a diatribe here. You can interrupt me. You already know this because you're in there. Your front loaders need bearing jobs. The top loaders need to go and be thrown away. We don't use top loaders anymore. They're dinosaurs. You can have the equipment. Let me answer. You can have let me answer. You can have the equipment. You can have the equipment when we're done with it. But I aim to keep this place operating. Okay? So I don't want to close the doors and do a big revamp and put up a new sign. Nothing is going to change the outlook of this laundry and allow us to pay you rent.
1 second.
But new equipment. Yeah, go ahead.
Dan, 1 second. I have to talk. Now, what do you say now? Are you going to buy the business or no?
This guy has totally changed his tune since last week. I muted him.
Hello?
No, I'm not looking to purchase the business at any price.
Hey, why you want just to rent that?
I'll give you $300,000 over the next 15 years in the form of future rent. That's how I started the call. I don't know, whatever the rate is.
Give me 150 first, and after that, don't worry.
Are we done?
Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
If you give me
when you want to lease the space, I thought we were talking terms. You said $2,000 a month. Give me the opportunity to talk terms and put a letter of intent in your hands. Now you're back to 150. Stop. Let's keep talking. 150. Okay. Let's keep talking back and forth. Your sale price, please. Your sale price is $150,000 for the business. Yes.
Then you said You said you are not going to buy the business.
Is it a
And,
bad time for
how
you?
can
Do you
I-
have to take care of some other business?
Doesn't matter, but the problem is I spend money for those machines. It's all this new stuff. It's
Okay,
money.
let's get there. Let's play the game. Here we go. Your sale price is $150,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Here's the only thing I need to know, Stephan. Where did you arrive at that price?
Because I make how much are all the machines, how much I make, how much everything. If you want it to rent, give me $2,000 per month and $150,000 check, and that's it.
You're selling the business, stop. You're selling the business based on your profit, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I can go ahead and look at your books.
Yes.
Okay. How much did you earn in the last 12 months net?
35,000.
35,000 net. And your bank statements show that you deposited that.
Yes, I deposited on the bank. Yes.
Okay. You netted $35,000 with. Now, pretend that I have stores and understand how this works. You've got a 1,400 square foot location and you've got 30 top load washers.
1 second, then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead, then.
I'm just trying to get some facts together. You've got 30 top load washers in 1,400 square feet.
Yes.
And you netted your end. You know what net is?
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to say about that now? I don't understand.
No, you net, is that how much you took in total or how much you earned after you paid your bills?
Did you hear me? I told you. I put on a bank, put on my bank 35,000 per year. 35,000 per year.
Sure. You're depositing 35,000.
35,000, my net, my money on my bank, from my pocket.
Okay, that's after you pay the bills.
After pay the bills, after pay everything. I told you net means in my pocket.
Okay, so you've got a yeah, I know what net means. I'm making sure you do. A $35,000 yearly, thanks for laughing at that. A $35,000 yearly net. My next question, why would you get rid of it?
Let me tell you something now. For 3 years, I'm talking seriously now. You pay everything. You pay the business, you pay everything. And you pay the Jessica too.
I just asked you, you said you're being serious, but laughing.
No, I'm serious now. I tell you, after 3 years with 35,000 per year, you pay everything. After 3 years, everything will be yours.
Do you allocate?
And after that, you pay the rent.
Okay. Do you allocate rent to yourself?
So what do you say?
Do you
I don't pay rent now. I told you.
allocate rent to yourself? Do you give yourself a rent check? Do you pay one LLC with the other in order for tax purposes?
I never pay rent. I told you. I never pay rent.
Thank you for answering. So you don't allocate rent to yourself. So the $32,000 net, you need to shave. I'm being realistic with you, sir. Let's say that I operate the store precisely how you do for the next year. I don't change a thing. Follow me so far? Take $24,000. Take $24,000 out of that net because you'd have me. You're not listening, so we can't talk.
Okay, go ahead.
If I ran the place exactly the way you do, Stephan, for the next 12 months and I didn't change anything and I earned $32,000, I would be paying you $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 out of that $32,000 net. There goes your profit. I wouldn't be earning the same, would I? According to your numbers, not my numbers. According to your numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your answer is yeah. What's 32 minus 24?
Minus 2. 35, not 32.
What's-
35 minus 24.
Okay, you said 32, my friend, so I'm going to go with 35 now. What's 35 minus 24?
Okay, 35 is the income, right?
You don't allocate rent to yourself. So just going by your numbers, 3 numbers. The sale price is $150,000. You netted $35,000, which started at 32, but it's fine. $35,000 last year. In the last 12 months,
Yeah.
you netted 35 grand. I'm letting you, you're saying you have documentation. I'm listening. But you also say you didn't allocate rent to yourself. How would I be different? I'd come in and start giving you $2 grand a month. Guess what?
I don't rent, listen. I
That
don't
cuts
rent myself.
$2,000 a month, and that's 24 grand a year out of my profit, my friend.
Then I pay the property tax. It's not the
Your
rent
property
is paid like
tax
the property
as a
tax.
landlord has nothing to do with my future success or what you want to collect in rent.
Because I tell you, the rent for me would be 1,000. 1,000 for the
I've
property
listened
tax
to
would be
every word that
2,000.
you said, and you said that your property taxes are $1 grand a month. Is that the whole building?
Yes. Yes.
Is that the entire building?
What do you mean entirely? It's the property tax, building, property, everything. The government gets from me every month 1,000.
What other suites are in the building? What other businesses?
Nothing. What the business is on a building?
It's a standalone building with just a laundromat. You only own the laundromat portion.
Let me tell you something. This is
I'm
small
asking
plaza.
yes or no questions.
Let me explain you. This is small plaza. On the left side of my laundry is the Chinese place restaurant, and next the other side is the flower shop and bakery shop.
I'm aware. I've been there. I'm looking at it. Do you own the building where the bakery and the Chinese restaurant are
No.
located?
I own the building. Those are separate. I own the
Roger.
building.
Understood. Let's move on. Your property taxes are $1,000 a month. Thank you for that. You look to profit an additional $1,000 from me in rent. I'm letting you, I'm listening to the numbers, Stephan. You want me to pay you $2,000 a month. Great. Well, your $35,000 net, which started at 32, now cuts into my profit. It's different than you. I just need to ask you one more question. Would you like to lease this space to me for 15 years and collect that rent check? We haven't even talked terms. We're not even there. You started with your price. We haven't gotten to what I can pay. You know the difference with me, my friend? The difference is my debt service on brand new equipment is going to be huge. But we're not there yet.
Let me tell
Yes,
you
sir.
something, Dan. I am old man, 15 years. I don't know.
God bless
I'm
you.
going to live or no. But if you give me all the money for one time, yes, I list you.
Where are
for
you
15
from
years.
originally?
Greek.
Greece. God bless you. You speak at least 2 languages. I have the utmost respect for you, Stephan. I would like to lease
3 languages. I speak 3 languages.
3. God bless. Io
Very
non
good.
capisco
How
molto
old
bene
are you? How
italiano.
old are you?
I'm
How old
50
are you?
I'm 50 years old. I act like
Are
I'm
you young?
11.
On your age, I used to play soccer.
Let's not be friends just yet. Do you want to lease me this space? I'm not going to pay you key fees. I'm not going to give you a dime for the business.
Okay, let me tell you something now. Dan,
Please do.
I did not call you to tell about my business. You call me now. You call me.
Do you remember what you called me last time we talked?
No, I did not call you nothing.
Do you remember what you called me last time we spoke?
You called me
right
for
before you.
laundry.
Do you remember what you called me? The name you called me. You're a nice guy. You didn't curse at me, but you called me a name. His partner's name is Beavis. Do you remember that?
I don't remember because.
Okay. Well, you probably call people butthead. You probably call people butthead all the time, and then
Let
you
me tell
hang
you
up.
something then. Listen then, because you talk too much. And at that time,
I talk
when
too
you
much.
called me,
God bless
listen.
you.
And at that time when you called me, and I saw the caller ID telephone from Texas, I was thinking.
I'm not from
damn,
Texas. I'm in Illinois, brother. I have a cell phone. I have a little yacht in San Diego. I've got
I don't know,
property in.
but
I'll tell you, since you've been so polite with me. I've got a penthouse in Mexico. This is a cell phone.
And what is your nationality? Say Italian.
D'Angelo, of course. Paisan.
Italiano.
Sì.
Italiano, uno fatta un'orata.
Io non capisco molto bene italiano. Did you want to lease us this space, my friend?
Anyway, now, let me tell you something now. Mr. Dan, if you want to buy the business, if you want to rent the place,
Those are two separate things. I will not purchase. I've been doing this 15 years. I've got stores in 3 states, my amigo.
yes.
Paisan.
And what
So
can
I have stores in
Mr.
3 states. I'm looking to sign this lease. My partner will be your guarantor. You've spoken to her. Don't call her or text her tomorrow or next day. There will be no key fee. I want to get you back to landlording. Don't care what you paid for the store.
Her. She called me.
Okay.
I never
God
called
bless.
Her. Now,
When you want to lease the space, let me know, my friend.
let me tell you something now.
Please.
Because you said you just pay the rent and you don't pay nothing for the business. What can I do with the machines over there?
Once we have retooled the store and put new equipment, it's all yours. The equipment is junk. It's worthless to me and you.
And how much is the rent check?
We're not there yet
Why?
because you still want 150 grand.
I don't own nothing. I need 150, yes.
Okay, so we don't have anything to discuss. When you decide that you want to lease this place long term and eventually sell the building, Stephan, to an investor with a brand new shiny laundromat in place, top loaders, we don't use them anymore, amigo.
Okay, then.
What's your wife's
Then,
name? I
amigo,
hear her in the background helping you. What's your wife's name?
Okay. Then, amigo, listen now. If you wanted to buy the business, if you want to pay rent, you call me. I'm not calling you because I'm not interested to rent that, you know?
Thank you, Stephan, for your time. We don't buy laundromats.
Have a nice day now, and
Ciao.
God bless you, Mr. Dan.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Say hi,
ciao.
say hi to your wife. Adio.
Ciao.
What just happened, Jessica? Let's get the student back on the phone. I told her this deal wasn't going to happen.
Hello.
Hey, do you mind if I put this on YouTube?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. It's live right now.
Great.
Now, I don't want that to make you change your tune or anything else because no one gives a shit about this call other than people interested in having me negotiate leases. I told you not to talk to this guy. You are so, now look, don't take this the wrong way. You're so desperate to own a laundry that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to put your neck in a noose. You're going to go out and speak to landlords outside my purview. I'm not a control freak. You hired me to do a job, and the best way for me to do that job is to have fingers in every conversation. This guy last week wanted 150 grand for this laundromat. How much does he want now?
He wants 2,000.
He wants 150 grand.
Right.
We didn't even get close to negotiating the lease. He's not crazy at $2,000 a month. If that's all in, that's not bad for this part of Illinois, not at all. Triple nets. He told me. He's trying to make 100% above his cost, his taxes, everything he said. I'm looking at the notes. Everything needs to be written in here. First, we need to understand what just happened, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what just happened.
He wants to sell his business. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. We had a talk. He said, "You crazy, you want for free, you butthead," and he hung up the phone. I told you that this guy might eventually, if he closes the doors in 6 months, 6 days, or 6 years, we call him back. That's what I said. But instead, you texted him. You called him. You spoke to him. You got worked up. But you omitted the one fact that he's still hung on like a dog with a bone, that he wants to sell the store for 150 grand. You let that slide. It's okay. This store is not going to be yours today or tomorrow. It could be yours. Your homework is what? Keep a physical eye on this place and let me know when something changes. It could be something small, such as he changes his hours of operation, okay? It could be something huge on the other end of that spectrum, which is doors close. The place is chained shut. I like this guy. Greek, Arab, Italian, right?
Right.
You want to do stand-up comedy? Are you black or Italian? You don't need to keep reading the book. Go out. You're funny. If you're Greek, Arab, or New York Italian, you know how to negotiate. You know how to talk to people. This is live. I don't need a net. I don't edit these things. He came right out and told us, how much did he make last year? First of all, he's lying about 32 grand. I'm sorry. He's not. When you scouted this store, was it full of people to the rafters waiting for machines? Then there's no way he's making 32K net. I'm sorry, 35. I don't need to reiterate all this. Take the good notes. Look, he came right out and laid all his cards out for us. He says, oh, I made 32. Then he changed it to 35. Rewind the tape. I gave him that. I said, okay, let's play the game, Stephan. Let's play the game. You're selling it for 150 grand. Did you allocate rent? Do you understand what that term means?
He pay rent to himself.
Right. If I own a lollipop stand and I have to give rent to someone, it goes on my taxes. It's $1,000 a month. Boom. If I own the building where the lollipop stand is located, I should allocate rent to myself. So when someone, a potential buyer or the IRS, looks at my books, they say, oh, he's giving himself $1,000 a month in rent. He didn't. 35 minus 24 is what? His valuation of his store just went from 150 grand to next to nothing, period. His own logic. Math never lies.
Right.
That's why I'm never trying to get into math. I apologize. What?
He bought the place for $30,000.
How do you know?
Because I saw that it sold for $30,000.
Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean it was him. Doesn't mean he paid that. It could have been his cousin, his nephew. It could have been a previous tenant who left. You understand? His previous tenant loses their lease and he says, look, let's put on paper I give you $30,000 for business and I let you go from the 10 grand you owe me. You understand? And then he can write it off on his taxes. But he's not that smart. If he were, he'd be allocating rent to himself. This entire call was a waste of your time, not mine. I work for you. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to whip this guy into a frenzy. We got along. The whole where are you from? How old are you? All that shit. His wife's in the background running the conversation. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Good for him. What did he say? Why does he want out, really?
I think that...
What did he say? Not what you think. Why does he want out?
That he's tired.
He's tired. If this place was making 80 grand a month, do you think he'd want out because he's tired? He'd be in there sweeping the floors, whistling a tune.
Right. I mean, it says, there's a sign saying there's no one there, and if they need help, to call him. So I'm not
I'll
sure
bet he's tired. He opens the store every day. He closes the store every day. Here's another guy that should Google my name. Buy a DVD and he'd know how to run the place. But would he, Jessica? Would he? Will you? Will you use contract attendance?
Yes.
Good. Will you be 24 hours?
Yes. Even though it's scary, yes.
You're scary? Shit, it's scary to have to close the goddamn doors every day. That's what's scary. You haven't been there. You ever had a job where you're up at 5 a.m. every day? Yeah, I did. It's in the Navy. No, thank you. I don't like taking orders. This was a fun little exercise in a guy that wants 150 grand, and I shot it down. He knows it.
I think it's gonna come back.
Here we go. I don't know if he does.
I'm not gonna text him. I'm not gonna call him, but I just have a feeling.
I don't know if he's going to come back or not, and neither do you. But here's what I do know. Here's what I
But
do know.
I'm moving on to
Here's
the
what
next one.
Yes, here's what I do know. Stephan, nice guy that he is, he's moving past us now. He's looking for the next potential buyer now. Okay, that guy, Danny, he's too smart for me. I'm going to sell this business to the next guy.
Right.
Should I have told him I'll give him $50,000 in cash? Do you think he would have taken it?
Probably, yeah.
Probably my ass. The answer is yes. He would have jumped at it. Scout more stores. There is no limit to the number of stores I will call on your behalf. You decide to move to Atlanta next week where you've got family, I'll call there. When you pick up the pieces and get your new house going, I'll do it. You meet a great guy. He's a dentist. He wants to live in New Jersey. You move, you have 3 kids, and in 3 years, I'll call stores in New Jersey. You know this. This isn't a waste of my time.
Good. I learned. And I do have a second one.
Great. On this location, what you need to do is keep a close physical eye on it and let me know when something changes, big or small.
Will do.
Thanks. God bless America. Nice work. I do this all day. Can you imagine how draining this is? It really is. And then my phone rings.